Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ang ating pag-usapan sa ngayon ay ang interview Binay na siyang na siyang nag-ano na nagbisto. May plano siya nakikita. Nabisto niya po, na-discover niya na yung gobyerno ni BBM ay nagplano pala na mag, kudeta. Ang style ng kudeta nila ay simple lang, as na ibig sabihin constituent assembly. At kung mangyari man yan, ang gagawin nila po ay himukin nila ang lahat ng senador na sumali sa CONAS, Constituent at ang Constituent Assembly kasi isa sa pamamaraan para ngayon sa Constituent Assembly, ang plano nila ay binigyan nila ng tinatawag na concession o parang regalo para pumayag mga senador. Yung mga senador na magpapahalal sa ngayon sa 2028, hindi nila sa ilang. Ang gagawin na lang nila ay, tama yan, sumuporta nila sa plano at i-extend ng 3 years ang term nila. Yung mga senador na magpapahalal sa ngayon. By the way, sabi Dev, nais ko muna maglagay ng kanta. Ipatugtog muna natin ang kanta natin na binigay ng kasama. Just the sounds, bigit happy ba? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, sound. Hello, sound. Hello. Medyo, ano yun, medyo choppy. Hello? Maglilipat na ako ng mixer. Hello, hello. Ayun, maganda na. Okay, so proceed tayo, proceed. So, ito po ang ating pag-usapan sa ngayon ay yung katotohanan na meron na palang meron palang plano na namumuo sa grupo ni BBM na palawigin niya ang termino nila. Ano ang paraan? Ang pamamaraan po ay ganito, magsasagawa sila ng tinatawag na CONAS bago mag-eleksyon. Ano yung CONAS? Ang CONAS is Constitutional Assembly, Constituent Assembly, na kung saan ay magsasama-sama ang mga senador at saka congressmen at pagbuto-botohan nila na magkaroon sila ng bagong gobyerno. So, bagong gobyerno na gagawin po nila ay, kuwan, gagawin nila ay bubuo sila ng 36 hanggang 54 na bagong senador. At ang mga senador po na bago ay ang gagawin nila ay gagawin nila tatlo, dalawa o tatlo kada region. So, kung 36, divide by 2, 18 regions. At kung gagawin nila tatlo kada region, 54 po ang mangyari na senador. Tapos, iyon po yung dinadanggel nila sa mga senador para pumayag mga senador. At kung papayag senador, wala na. Patay na tayong bata tayo. So, ang kanilang gagawin ay ah, siyempre papayag yung mga senador kasi ang banat naman sa kanila ay may kapalit naman na bagong hindi na sila magpapahalal. Eh, 'di ba, yung may bagong senador ngayon na mga senador ngayon na hanggang 2028 na lang termino. So, ngayon para hindi sila magreklamo, hindi na sila magpapahalal, 3 taon extended ang kanilang termino. At kung hanggang 3 taon ang extension ng kanilang termino, ang ibig lang po sabihin niyan ay papayag sila. Wala ng eleksyon-eleksyon, eh. Hanapin natin, teka muna. So, ngayon yung mga natitirang mga 6 na senator na hindi pa yung mga nahalal ngayong 2025, extended 3 taon ang kanilang term. So, kung extended ang kanilang term, ay lahat sila na benepisyuhan. Sa pagtapos 2028 election, hindi matutuloy ang eleksyon, so plus 3, 2031 ang eleksyon. Ang gagawin nila, maghalal na lang sila, doon yung mga ihalal na 4 ata mapahalal ngayon, so magpahalal ngayon ng bago, gagawing 54. So dami ang ihalal. So pagka gano'n sistema, naku Diyos ko, binebenta na nila yung mga puwesto para makokontrol na nila ang sitwasyon at, kung ano man ang gusto ng pagnanakaw ay magagawa nila. At ladies and gentlemen, hindi lang sinabi ni Lito Banayo na siyang nagbisto ng plano, hindi niya lang sinabi kung sino ang tao sa likod niyan. Ang tao po sa likod niyan ay si ano, si kung puwede kong sabihin, siguro ang pangalan niya ay ER, si yung may-ari ng casino. May-ari ng casino diyan sa Parañaque, diyan sa tinatawag na na Entertainment City, 'di ba katabi ng Okada. 'Yan ang mangyayari diyan. So, Saan ba yung inano? So, yung isa naman, meron diyang Soler. Yung Soler naman po ay pag-aari naman po ni ni Enrique Razon. So malamang po si Enrique Razon po 'yun ang kanilang gagawin nila na boss nila. So tapos at the same time, basta lahat ng plano dito patunghayan natin, napakasama. Tapos hindi nila ine-expect kasi alam po nila kung bakit nila pinipilit ito. Alam kasi nila na hindi sila mananalo kay Sara Duterte. So konektado po 'yan diyan, yung pag-impeach kay Duterte. So ginastusan talaga nila pag-impeach kay Sara. So si Sara ngayon, the only way is huwag magkaroon ng eleksyon ngayong 2028. Yan po ang plano. So akala nila matutuloy-tuloy na yung plano nila. Kasi meron din silang kakampi na senador. Sabihin ko sa inyo, si Tito Soto at saka si Ping Lacson. Yun ang kakampi ng senador sa pagpaplano niyan. At kung matutuloy ang plano, patay, walang eleksyon ngayong 2028. Si BBM pa rin ang presidente. At magkaroon ng eleksyon sa 2031. So bago ko ipagpatuloy ang diskusyon, nais ko sana patugtog yung kanta na binuo ko para kay Sara Duterte. So mabuti na lang at si Sara ang magiging presidente at hindi sila mananalo sa impeachment ay susupil ngayon ang kanilang plano na extended term up to 2031. Yan po ang kanila. So, meantime, tutugtog muna tayo ng kanta ni Sara.
Sara, Sara, wala nang iba. Sara, Sara lang pag-asa. Sara, Sara, siya lang makapakulong. Mga kontraktor ubusin niya. Si BBM Sandro ikulong niya. Si Tamba Zaldi ikulong niya. Tapang at malasakit ibalik para bayan ay manahimik. Durugin ang sindikato sa korte, sa DPUA, sa DS Void, sa PhilHealth.
Okay? So, isaksak ko muna yung kanta na ginawa naman ni Alfredo Hicale para sa akin. Bago natin ipagpatuloy ating diskusyon. Grabe, no? Nakita nyo? Traidor talaga itong mga Marcos na to. Ito, pakinggan nyo muna. Reggae.
Sa tabi ng daan, ikaw ang unang tuminding. Tahimik pero matatag, sa bawat salitang bigat. Hindi ka nagpapakita, pero kita ko. Ang tingin mo walang takot, ang loob mong totoo. Kapag may gulo sa dulo, ikaw ang unang lalapit. Kapag ako'y naliligaw, ikaw ang gabay sa dilim. Toto Tarador, taong masaligan. Toto Tarador, magaling ka sa batas at may prinsipyo. Ikaw ang idol ko sa katotohanan. Toto emperador. Sa bawat usapan mo, may bigat at may laman. Hindi ka sumasabay sa mali ng karamihan. Kung may pilit na landas,
Yes. Yes.
hindi ka
Wala na. Doon na tayo ngayon. Ito, pakinggan natin yung interview kay Lito Banayo. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ini-expect. Si Lito Banayo kasi nag-expose, revelasyon niya na magkaroon ng term extension, babaguhin nilang konstitusyon, at ibig sabihin, napakaswerte na lang God-given gift. Diyos na po ang gumalaw na matanggal si Tito Soto at saka si Lacson. Kasi sila pong dalawa ay kasama sa plano sa pagbabago ng konstitusyon. So, yan po ang ating yan po ang nangyari. So, pakinggan natin si Lito Banayo.
would be Senate coup.
Si Lito Banayo, by the way, ay more than 30 years ng experience nito sa larangan ng political analysis. At ang mga sinasabi nito ay walang palpak. Dati siyang press secretary ni ERAP at iba pa kay Gloria, nag-serve din yan. At marami siyang pinanalong presidente sa kanyang trabaho. Pero sa ngayon, Helen Baguio, pakinggan natin itong napakasatanas na plano na balak nila ni Marcos, ni Soto, na gusto na agawin, palawigin ang termino ni Marcos hanggang 2031. So pakinggan po natin kung anong kwento.
On the day that column appeared, I wrote that column on Saturday morning and filed it before to my opinion editor, based on the revelation of somebody very credible who told me and about 9 other people over lunch that there was a meeting at the new center of political gravity in this country, which is a casino resort hotel.
Casino Resort Hotel nakaharap sa Manila Bay. Walang ibang casino resort hotel nakaharap sa Manila Bay kundi yung Soler na pag-ari ni Enrique Razon.
Facing Manila Bay.
All right.
And present were the Speaker of the House, Speaker Boji D,
Yes.
one of his deputy secretaries, deputy
Speakers.
then there was Senate President or former Senate President Tito Soto, along with the Secretary of the Senate, Dong Mendoza. No? And what was
Grabe, no? Traidor pala talaga to si Tito Soto. Willing siya magpagamit na gagawin CONAS. Pag mag-CONAS kasi Constituent Assembly, isa sa 3 pamamaraan kung paano babaguhin ang ating konstitusyon. Ang isang paraan ay yung tinatawag papirma-pirma na ginawa nila noon ni Romualdez at napigil lang dahil sa mismo si Amy Marcos din ang unang nakaalam at si Congressman Lagman ang isa rin sa nakakaalam. Namatay na kasi Congressman Lagman eh. Pero that is one of the last good act of Congressman Lagman bago siya nawala. Ang isang pamamaraan po yung tinatawag na Constitutional Convention na kailangan maghalal ang mga mamamayan natin sa bawat distrito kung sino ang representante sa pag-iisip, paggagawa, pagbabago ng konstitusyon. Yung pinakamadali nang gawin ay kailangan nila ang pagpayag ng Senado. So nakikita kasi nila na si Senator Soto ay presidente ng Senado. So madali lamang convince ni Soto ang majority na papayag sa gusto niya mangyari na makipag-joint session sila sa mga congressmen. At kung mag-joint session sila sa congressmen, ang mangyari, babaguhin nila ang konstitusyon. Ang senator natin ngayon ay 24 lang. Gagawin nila 36 o di kaya 54. At ang paghalal ay per region. Ang per region, kung dalawa ang pipiliin nila, there are 18 regions. So, dalawa, magiging 36 ang senador natin. Isa, gagawin nila tag-tatlo per region. So, magiging 54. So, 3 times 18 is 54. So, yan ang gusto lang gagawin. Pakinggan natin kung ano pang mga detalye sasabihin ni Lito Banayo. Kinuwento sa kanya, pinapasikreto nga sana sa kanya. Kaya lang, sabi niya, dahil sa siya ay makabayan, hindi niya maatim na hindi ibubulgar yung nalaman niya. Ito po.
What was on the table was the move to constitute a constituent assembly to amend the Constitution. And apparently, from my source, it was the timetable is soon. No, soon, which of course the same way as forthright can be immediately or can be after the SONA.
Yeah, actually that's the question, sir.
Yeah, it would be so.
Is there time for that?
What was discussed was first as sweeteners so that both the House and the Senate would agree was term extension for senators who will face re-election in 2028, so 3-year term extension, and term extension for congressmen who will have to run in 2028 because they only have 3 years, a 3-year term. No? This is supposed to be the sweeteners that would convince them to agree to a constituent assembly to amend the Constitution. No? The other sweetener for the senators, or probably for the public, was that senators would thereafter, after the new constitution, or after the constitution is amended, senators would be elected by region, which is one of the fervent desires of the Visayas Mindanao voters. That's why they opted for federalism. No?
Yes.
Puro taga-NCR ang senador natin. And so there was discussion on whether there will be 2 per region, which means 18 regions right now, times 2, 36, or 3 per region, which makes it 54. And conveniently, the new Senate building, which is supposed to be finished by next year, has enough space for as many as 60 or 65 senators.
Sir, are there really actual movements happening already in Congress and the Senate?
Okay. I checked with sources in Congress, and they confirmed that there are whispers about that. But since they are not from the majority, they could not specifically, confirm whether totoo or yung timetable when it's going to be done.
I'm just curious kasi did they think they still have the time to do the CONAS? I mean, barely 2 years
plus
before the 2028.
plus impeachment.
Plus the impeachment and other things.
Let's go back
Okay.
in history. This is when the father of the present leader,
President, yes.
President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., opted for a constitutional convention and had supervised an election to constitutional convention.
Yes.
He did it in 1971. The next election would be 1973.
Ang pinidiscuss ito, yung ginawa ni Marcos Sr., tatay ni BBM. Nabago niyang konstitusyon sa pamamagitan ng martial law muna siya, no? Tapos nag-create siya ng Constitutional Convention na 1973, pinirmahan. At ginawa pa niyang Constitutional Convention President si Diosdado Macapagal. At ginawa niyang parliamentary system. At nangyari sa parliamentary system, siya ng presidente, siya pang prime minister, si Marcos. Ganon po siya tawag sa mga Ilonggo, sungak-sungak.
When he is already term limited, no? Hanggang 1973 lang siya. 1971, nag-election for the Constitutional
Right.
Convention, and in 1972, the Constitutional Convention started its after election, it started its convening. No, it was convened 1972, and months thereafter,
Martial law.
martial law was proclaimed in September 21, 1972.
So on that basis, you're saying that in their minds, it can happen.
It can
Yeah.
happen. Pag
While everything
nagkakasundo-
is going on.
Yeah.
I
Pag
mean,
nagkakasundo yung congressmen at yung mga senators, madali yan. And in fact, no less than Deputy Speaker Ronaldo Puno, months ago, already proposed what he proposed was a constitutional convention, elected delegates at constitutional convention or a
Yes.
CONCON. But he already proposed this. No?
So con us.
Yeah.
Because it's faster. We assume that they're going for a constituent assembly. One, because it's faster. Two, it's easier to control.
It's easier to control.
But you discussed in your column a proposal that there would be increases in the number of senators because they would be elected by region. What about congressmen? Would they maintain the bicameral nature of the legislature?
Yeah, they would double because they need the Senate to convene a constituent assembly.
That's right.
So they cannot,
So they have to- They have
move
to
away from
promise.
that. No, they have to promise it's not going to be a unicameral assembly.
Yes.
It's not going to be parliamentary, but still presidential and
That's interesting. So,
bicameral.
but they simply increase the number of senators
Yes.
and maintain the number of
because
congressmen.
right now,
Again,
if you
the
look at the
sweetener.
Senate, siguro half of it are from really residents, and not only residents, but really from Metro
Metro
Manila.
Manila.
I agree.
No? Ang Region 7, walang senador. Region 6, mga Ilonggo, walang senador. No? I mean, it's, and in Mindanao, I think there are only 3 senators. No?
Well, you said that many in power fear that may happen after June 30, 2028. What exactly are they afraid of, sir?
Well, the major political problem of this country is the vociferous people in this country, and most of us are divided, highly polarized between
Yes.
what is called the
Morning, Madam Bigo,
DDS
Bing Diboque.
or
Yes.
Duterte
diehard
diehard
Duterte supporters,
supporters.
and what I would call the DDH, the diehard Duterte haters. No, some people simply do not want any Duterte back in power. No, and they are afraid, and that gets more ample, shall we say, currency, because many of the DDS have for their messaging yung pag kami na ang nasa poder, kawawa kayo, babalikan namin kayo, and all that, no? Which makes the DDH even more panicky. And among the DDH, of course, are the administration stalwarts, including the President of the Philippines himself.
Yes. Wow. Okay. But VP, noticeably in a recent interview, he said that, most people don't really know, but that I'm not vengeful. She may speak sharply, but anybody who has been through her mayoralty in Davao City will understand that she is not the vengeful type. She does prefer certain people to be working with her, but really the
That's not her
idea or the
character.
concept of a vengeful
I
presidency.
agree with that, Sec Trixie. In fact, even in the OVP,
Yes.
remember, previous to her, it was Leni Robredo, who was the vice president. She kept almost all the staff from the OVP who were appointed by Leni Robredo, except for, of course, the top officials, her chief of staff, her spokesperson, her heya.
Yes,
Almost everybody else remained.
But you said that the president might be one of those who are afraid of the possibility of a revenge government. Does this mean that he believes that VP Inday is going to win as
Well,
president?
after all that he and his cabal of supporters have done to
The
not only to
Dutertes.
Inday but to
Her
the father,
family, yeah.
President Duterte, you would expect that, no? And we have a short history of that, no? Post-martial law, you had ERAP, no, who was detained, no. Then you had GMA who was detained under President Aquino. So hindi katakataka na mangyari yon. And of course, we know that this flood control scandal will not stop
Yeah.
within the term of President Bongbong Marcos, no?
And
It's
somebody
going
has to be
continue
accountable,
before.
right?
People have to be accountable. And many of the people who have to be accountable are either in the legislature or the cabinet or higher than cabinet.
So one of the factors that you're saying that this could happen is because you're pretty confident that the Senate will acquit VP Inday.
That is speculative on my part.
Yes, of course.
Why? Because it's common. I mean, every observer thinks that a threshold of 16 votes to convict is knee-high impossible,
Yes.
given the present composition of the Senate. So, pivotal here are the re-electionist senators. Because if you're a re-electionist senator, unless perhaps you're a Rafi Tulfo, you or even a Robin Padilla, you would probably, you will have to consider that 34% of the voters of this country are either from the Mindanao or Central Visayas. And that is the political fortress of the
Yes.
Dutertes. So, pag nag-convict ka, you can expect some backlash. And this was proven in the 2025 midterm elections. No?
That's true.
Yeah.
There really was a strong backlash from Mindanao and the Central Visayas regions. No? So, mas malamang sa hindi, you will vote to acquit. Along with, of course, the nine minority, now majority senators. No?
Yeah, 13 na sila.
13 na sila ngayon.
Tumawid na sina Lauren.
So,
But speaking of the senators, do you think that they're in survival? That would imply that they're in survival mode. They need to maintain some kind of hold on power, even if, well, many of them are re-electionists. The
Still,
others
political
are,
survival
yeah,
is
term
the-
enders na sina, like sina Senator
the
Risa.
consideration. Main
Jinggoy.
consideration,
Yeah.
Hindi, yung re-elections would be the brothers
Robin.
Estrada,
Yes.
Mark Villar, Rafi Tulfo, Robin Padilla, Loren Legarda. I think that's about it.
And then the term
The
enders,
term enders
Zubiri.
are Risa, Mig Subiri, and may isa pa eh.
Joel ba?
Joel Villanueva.
Villanueva. So,
So yung 2028 survival,
oo.
this is really
If
what
you're
also
promised, if you
impeachment,
promise a 3-year extension,
one of the main consideration in the impeachment trial, you think it's also that political survival of the election.
impeachment is always more about politics than legal
Yeah.
issues.
Do you see a scenario where the VP gets acquitted but there'll still be a CONAS?
Possible, no? Yeah.
But that will change the nature. That might change the entire makeup of the CONAS or its result. So do you think matutuloy pa rin yung CONAS if VP is acquitted?
I suspect, and pardon me if I do not mention who gave me that information
We
because he was
understand.
there. But if the Senate President or the Speaker deny that this meeting happened, no, then I will be forced to
Reveal.
reveal who my source is. No? But I would think that my source revealed it not only to me, but to 8 others, no, over lunch, was because he found it unacceptable.
Yes, of
That
course.
he thought that it is something na hindi dapat mangyari.
Particularly since the purpose seems to be a no Duterte future.
Yeah, and by the way, when I confirmed this with 3 legislators, 1 senator and 2 congressmen, no, one of the congressmen who abstained from voting rather, asked if he would be free to inform some of his senator friends about this. And I said, bakit kailangan pa sabihin sa mga senador o sa mga kaibigan mo senador? Pwede rin naman ako na magsabi, sabi ko. Hindi, sabi niya, I understand that you would not want to do it yourself, he said. But may ugong-ugong kasi sa mangyayari sa Senado. So I at that time, I didn't know what it was. Except on Monday,
It was a change of
on
leadership.
Monday, a change of leadership.
Oo, pero there's a lot of things happening already in the country.
Yung kay Senator
Precisely.
Bato.
Precisely. former Senate Finance Secretary Sonny Dominguez texted me a long message after reading my column, and he said na, I hope the new Senate leadership will focus on the things that matter.
Yeah.
The economy is in really, really very bad shape. No? It is. No? Our debt to GDP ratio is now 66%. No?
Dangerous na.
Our inflation rate is 7.2%, and we expect it to
Rising.
go higher because yung March lang ang na-capture no first quarter, 7.2%.
Crisis is not
April,
over yet.
May, ngayon nagkagulo na naman sa Iran, di ba? Sa Middle East. No?
Yes.
So tataas pa yan. No? We face, and I've been saying this before, we will face a rice crisis by the end of this year and worse next year because the Super El Nino is upon us. No? And it's going to affect not only us, but major rice-producing countries as well. Vietnam, Thailand, India, Pakistan. So mabigat ang magiging problema ng bansa. But again, going back to history, Sec Trixie, Sec Relly, ganito rin ang nangyari noong 1972. We had a major food crisis in 1972 because not of El Nino, but La Nina. All of Central Luzon was flooded. We didn't have any rice harvest in 1972. No? What we had was a bumper crop of corn in the Mindanao and the Visayas. No? So again, that was one of the reasons probably why President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. thought it was time, considering na meron na siyang CONAS, pero wala constitutional convention,
Con
pero
sila,
hindi pa tapos, it was time to go into martial law.
And then later on, nagka-oil crisis. Sunod-sunod yun.
73 was an oil
1974.
crisis. No?
Yeah.
No?
So almost the same situation.
Correct.
Deja
Deja
vu.
vu.
Yeah,
Parang
deja vu.
Yikes. If the impeachment of VP Sara is headed for an acquittal, will this make charter change more aggressive or more dangerous? But before you
Okay, so
answer that, the spokes will return after this short break.
So anyway, ang klaro dito po, ulitin ko lang para sa mga benefit ng mga bago na kapanood. Meron pong plano ang Marcos government na magkaroon sila ng Constitutional Assembly. Ang Constitutional Assembly po, yun yung pagsanib ng dalawang katawan sa ating kamara. Kamara ng Representante at Kamara ng Senado. Ngayon, pag mag-sanib pirsa sila, sila na ngayon ang mag-isip na mayroon na silang kapangyarihan sa ilalim ng ating konstitusyon na babaguhin ang ating konstitusyon. At ang binabalak nila na pagbabago ay ganito. Extend ng 3 years ang termino ng lahat na nakaupo. Pati presidente 3 years. So, 3 years, 2031 na mag-eleksyon. Para naman papayag, itong mga senador tsaka congressmen, i-extend din ang kanilang term na wala ng eleksyon-eleksyon. So, magiging plus 3 years, ang mga senador na gagraduate ngayon, kasi 24 senators na sila, ang gagraduate ngayon mga 4, no? Tapos, para makasali sila, hindi gagraduate, magiging senador pa rin sila. So, ibig sabihin, lahat po na magpapahalal ngayong 2028 at pati yung gagraduate ngayong 2028 ay hahaba ng 3 taon ang kanilang termino bilang senador. At sa pagpapahalal, yung alamin kung sino ang bakante kasi gagawin ng per province, per region. Gagawin na 2 o di 3. Kung makita 3, bubuuin nila ngayon 54 senators. Ang laki na nga ang gastos sa mga pork barrel ng 24 na senador. Gagawin pang 54. Grabe na kalaki-laki. So, you can just imagine kung magkano ng budget natin. Puro na naman pangungutang ang na alam ni BBM. So, ganun po ang gagawin nila. So, ang katumbas niyan ay siyempre si Bongbong tataas. Ngayon, pag-isipan nila, ang tanging hadlang lamang sa kanilang plano ay si Sara Duterte. Natatakot, nagpapanik sila na magiging presidente si Sara. Kaya si Sara kailangan walang eleksyon ngayong 2028. Yan po ang plano nila. Kasi talaga, makukumbinsi nila yung mga congressmen ng mga kontraktor na bubuto pabor sa kanilang plano na papalitan ang konstitusyon. So buti na lang, nung sasagawa na nila ni Tito Soto, ay nagkudita sa Senado ng bigla na hindi inaasahan. Mismo nga si Alan Peter Cayetano ay hindi niya alam kung mananalo grupo nila o hindi. Nagsakripisyo naman si Bato, nagpakita para makaboto lang at magiging majority na ngayon at napalitan ngayon ang Senate presidency. At kung si Cayetano na ang president, hindi na nila magagawa ang ginagawa nilang plano na ipahabain ang termino nila na walang election. So, God save the Philippines indeed. So, God gave us. God love us. Pwede mo nga, parang kanta, di ba? God gave me you. God gave me you. Show me what's real. There's more to life than what I can feel. Yan. Hindi ko alam ang lyrics, sa pasensya na lang. So, yan po ang nangyari. Paswerte tayo at nakialam ang Diyos at nakarating si Bato kahit tinahabol sa arestuhin. Nakarating siya at nakaboto. Kasi kung hindi siya nakaboto, si Soto pa rin ang presidente. Yan po ang mangyayari. Okay? Pagpatuloy natin pakinggan yung revelasyon ni Lito Banayo.
Folks is back. Still with us is Ambassador Lito Banayo. Our hanging question earlier, if the impeachment of VP Sara is headed to an acquittal, will this make charter change more aggressive and more dangerous?
I believe so. Yeah, because if she is acquitted, 2028 seems to be an easy path.
Walk in the
No?
park na.
For instance, one of the strongest contenders is Leni Robredo, Vice President Leni Robredo. She has already publicly declared she will not. No? But if Inday Sara will run, if she's acquitted, and she will run, obviously, for president, and the path is clear,
Yes.
you think Leni Robredo will still run? After all, she has already laid the predicate for saying she will not run.
Okay.
Same thing with Raffy Tulfo. He's a sure re-electionist. Why would he risk it?
That's true.
Di ba? So,
That's right.
sino pa? No?
Wala.
Di ba? Wala na eh.
True.
True. Oo. Exciting talaga itong ang mga susunod na araw.
In the meantime, maraming nangyayari. For example, itong nangyari with Senator Bato. Tapos he was quoted as saying, this is the worst government ever. And his statement of appeal to Marcos is to not allow his surrender to the ICC. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, Sec John Vic himself has said that there is no ICC red notice as yet. No?
Yes.
And we're not supposed to follow the ICC. That is conditional, whether we want to, on the basis of a warrant of arrest, no, that was unfolded by a former senator at that, no, who's now a private citizen. No? So those are legal issues. But the other thing that I'd like to remind our listeners is, in 2006, Feb 27, 2006, rebellion charges were filed in a Makati court against the so-called five sila, Saturo Campo, Lisa Masa, Kapaeng Mariano, Ted Casino, and another guy. All of them were congressmen at that time, from Bayan, Gabriela, whatever. And the speaker then, Joe De Venecia, this was a local case.
Yes.
The speaker then, Joe De Venecia, gave them protection within the Batasan. And they stayed there for more than 2 months.
Yes.
They were released only on May 8, 2006, when the Makati Regional Trial Court had already dismissed the case. No? So if you can do that, no, for a local case, why can't you do it for an international
A
case?
dubious international
Yes,
case.
precisely.
So
no?
it really
the question
depends.
pa yung when
Are we
whether
still
we're still
under
covered
the
by that.
jurisdiction? Yes.
It really depends on the leadership, if you can say.
Yeah.
Because si Senator Trillanes naman is claiming that during his time and Senator De Lima, they were arrested.
They were
And,
arrested, but after a week or so, Hindi naman agad-agad. They tried to exhaust legal remedies first, no?
I know.
Which of course, Senator Bato, and he has through his lawyers already filed for a TRO with the Supreme Court,
Yes,
no?
there
So
is a pending
hayaan
petition.
natin yun, di ba?
Kailangan talaga may local court that will issue the warrant of arrest or at least to validate, di ba?
It has to go through court.
They're legal
Even in the
or
ICC,
local court.
even in
yes.
the Rome Statute, nakalagay naman yun eh.
It
di ba?
will follow the local laws. The
Follow the
problem
local
is
law.
yung international, we have a law on
9581 yata.
Yes, yes, crimes against humanity
951.
that has a provision for automatically
1951.
automatically allowing the transport or allowing a if proceedings are already instituted in international courts or courts of other jurisdictions, then we can actually deliver.
Mali ka dyan, Attorney Trexe. Hindi lang yan. Kailangan ay may treaty pa. Wala tayong treaty sa ICC kaya hindi pwede mangyari yung surrender. Review your law.
But this is contentious, this provision, because extradition follows a very strict procedure of going through the courts first locally. This establishes sovereignty. So,
It's a sovereignty
And well,
issue.
in fact, the CIDG is already calling Bato for
to surrender.
to surrender
Winidraw na nila, winidraw na si IDG.
already, di ba? In fact,
Yeah.
yeah, for
It's the same
investigation.
tragic comedy of errors that happened in the case of former President Rodrigo Duterte. No, for all intents and purposes, he was shanghaied. He was kidnapped, no, and flown by private plane to The Hague. No, so I don't know how they're going to do this now, given that the public reaction to President Duterte was quite severe.
Considering also the sensitivity of imagery in our political situation right now, Senator Bato says that he had to wrestle with NBI agents, and then Senator Trillanes says, of course not, and there's this back and forth about it. But there are CCTV footage of at
And the
least the
NBI,
chase.
and the
Yes.
NBI, the NBI director is actually is not saying that
The newly
the
installed
newly NBI director is saying that it's not true. No? Na mga staff niya raw yung mga kasunod ni Senator Bato. And not the
Anyway,
NBI
how do you
agent.
think this is playing out right now, and how is the public reacting
What is the
to
perception?
this?
Well, of course, we cannot expect, Senator Bato cannot expect the same kind of outrage that happened when, in the case of President Duterte. No? But it all depends on him, his lawyers, and his supporters, no? How this will play out. No? Eventually, I guess, even if you're going to wait for the local courts to act, I think they will still act in due time, no? Give him up to the ICC.
Well, legal experts have been in the interviews, most of them are saying that Bato can only be under Senate protective custody while the Senate is in session. So what happens if the Senate is on break, or they will adjourn in June? What's
Yeah.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen to Senator
I'm not
Bato?
a legal expert, not even a lawyer.
Anyway, I'll just share you my expertise on that. Ang sa resolution number 44, nagsasabi until after na ma-exhaust ni Bato ang kanyang remedyo at saka pa lang siya mag-expire ang Senate protective custody. Ang ibig sabihin, kahit walang session ay hindi nila pwedeng pasukin ang Senado. Ganun lang po kasimple. But anyway, I have no worry with that kasi mananalo naman si Bato sa Supreme Court.
Magka legal fiction tayo. Like with Congress working throughout the recesses. If you will recall, Congress had inquiries in aid of legislation where they were actually putting some of the resource persons in detention. They extended the legal fiction to say that the House was in session until the end of the 19th Congress. So the same
in this case also, we will be having an ongoing impeachment trial.
Correct.
Yes.
Which means he could.
So
the
are we in session?
protections.
I mean, is the Senate in session or is it not?
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So as long as there's that,
Yeah, and if Bato is arrested and the number of the Senate majority dwindles to 12, so what do you think should Senate President Cayetano do to hold the Senate presidency longer?
Well, if you already have you have a thin margin of 13, obviously you will have to work on the others, no, to be able to fortify your numbers. So I can see the possibility that Senator JV and Senator Migs Subiri, who abstained from voting, no, might also join the majority. So that fortifies their number to 15.
That's why it was very important for Senator Bato to appear on that during that time, the Senate
because they
leadership, the change of Senate
in
leadership.
fairness, people are trying to put this as a way to forestall the impeachment, no. But this is the third attempt since Senate President Tito Soto was elected. This is the third attempt. The first attempt failed because Bato was not around.
Yeah.
Okay.
No? The second attempt failed because they had the numbers even without Bato. But some people called up, some officials, high officials called up the vulnerable senators, those who had
Pending
cases. I mean, yung mga revelations against
Sa
them.
flood
No?
control.
So they didn't appear because you have to manifest your vote in session. Miski na pumirma ka na doon sa resolution, kung hindi ka mag-appear in session, walang eleksyon.
So why do you think that didn't happen again?
Which one?
It succeeded, third try.
Yeah, the third try. Yeah.
So was it because tapos na yung na-threaten na nila, they can't use it again? Or
Alam mo, pag humahaba yung period na you're under threat, no, you also get to figure, and your lawyers get to figure, mapapatagal naman natin to hanggang 2028. No? So tiisin na lang natin, whatever they, no, you can delay this anyway. No? And if there are threats, then you can expose the threat. It gets to
Yes,
have another
that's true.
dimension, di ba?
With all of this happening, do you still see that there's a chance for the Dutertes and the Marcos to unite again?
No,
At the end of
never.
the day? Yeah.
I masyado na malalim yung suga para mangyari pa yon.
But it's no longer just the Marcoses versus the Dutertes. You have the Marcoses versus Martin Romualdez. And then there are sprouting
mas
factions all
complicated
over.
na ngayon.
The
Yeah.
Marcoses versus Martin Romualdez may or may not be true.
Oh, okay, I get
mean,
it. Yes.
it could be shibboleth for some other, But the other aspect that we should look at is the pinklawans or the yellows.
Oh yes, that's right.
They are
Yeah.
dreaming that the Marcoses, because the Marcoses have no credible champion in 2028, no? Walang kandidatong mabigat, no? Might join forces with them in a coalition of sorts, no?
Pangarap
That
lang
is
eh,
a
di matutupad
dream.
yan.
Because the Marcoses will never trust them.
That's true.
No, na pag sila na nakaupo, hindi nila uusigin ang mga Marcos do sa kung ano man ang mga nagawa nila nung past 6 years, no. Nobody trusts anybody in this country.
Ang laming laglagan eh.
Lalo na sa
At
mga
sanay man
nangyayari
laglag ito,
ngayon. No?
Sanay
Yes,
man laglag ito,
particularly,
di ba?
Yeah.
Ayun.
Both sides actually
Yeah.
that you mentioned, sanay
Yeah.
man laglag yung mga yan. So,
Si Duterte hindi pa eh. Si
Hindi
Duterte
pa
may
natin nakikita yan.
loyal sa
Major
kanyang
na
mga
ganun.
tauhan eh, di ba?
yes. Very solid. That's why it's a force.
Kaya hanggang ngayon, di ba? It's still there.
Yeah, nakailang
diehard nga
elections. Ilang elections na solid yung,
Yeah.
there's a solid base that they can count on. And that makes them really dangerous. But how would Chacha address that solid base? I mean, how are they going to erase the Dutertes through charter change?
Yeah, because this is one way you're saying that to prevent Sara Duterte of becoming a president in 2028.
No, the intention, I would think, is beam that the re-election is senators.
Okay.
No? Kasi kung hindi mo na kailangan magpagod pa na ma-re-elect sa 2028, no? Then you might be swayed, no? With other blandishments, of course, no? To vote for conviction.
So it's really for the
For the senators, for the
conviction,
judge,
Oh.
for the
impeachment.
judges.
So,
So
And
dinadangil
similarly,
pala
in
nila
Congress,
na kung papayag ang mga senador na extend ang 3 taon kasi siyempre extend si Joel Villanueva, extend si sino pang term ending, si Wen Gatchalian, sino pang isa, si Big Suberi. So mga 4 sila ang for term ending. So kung ma-extend, malamang buboto sila, iko-convict si Sara. Ganun po yung tinitingnan nila. So with that, tapusin natin ang interview, pakinggan natin.
Ang bali-balita, no, sa Congress naman, yun din ang sinabi, wala namang election eh. Governors and mayors lang ang mag-election sa 2028.
Oo. Meron tayo, ngayon lang
Viewer
tayo yata
na.
nagkaroon ng ganito, no? From a viewer. Please ask Mr. Banayo kung papalitan daw po si John Vic ni Trillanes and Boying and Benhur Abalos sa DOJ.
No,
si-
Benhur.
Yeah,
For
si Boying
Eric
ni
Vida.
Benhur. Papalitan
Yes,
siya ni Benhur Abalos. What do you think?
Ang nababalitaan ko, si Ben-Hur is slated for a cabinet position. No?
Okay.
And
Tapos
most
na kasi yung
likely,
ban niya.
because 8 sa mga cabinet secretaries now are all acting.
Okay.
Think of any position, any of those cabinet
Yeah,
positions
yeah.
na pwede si Ben-Hur. After all, he's a lawyer, no? And he was a long-time mayor, no? Local government official, no? So he has credentials for any of these positions. But I doubt if they're going to remove John Vic Remulla, no? He's been doing relatively well, no? So I doubt. And he's been very close to the president. No?
Yeah, so don't you think ES, parang sa akin, yun ang naririnig
I
for
don't know.
Benhur would be most likely to be the next executive secretary with Sec Ralph Recto moving back to DOF, with Sec Go going to DTI, and so it looks like a reshuffle. But
Yeah, Secretary Benhur was was the campaign manager during the
Yeah.
campaign. Yeah. So if
yeah, go ahead.
Tony Trixie, if Sara Duterte becomes president, do you see her working to free her father? I think, yeah, of course, di ba? From ICC,
I don't think she can.
Okay.
Even if she wants, you know,
she will try, of course.
she will
Pero,
try, but
yeah.
it's
Huwag na natin pag-usapan niya, iba na pinag-usapan nila. Dito, sino ba nangangarap? Si Trillanes? Wala po yan. Ano lang yan, he is lonely thinking that he is good pero hindi. Wala, nobody will vote for Trillanes. Kayo lang na kukunti lang kayo na kulto ni Trillanes. Sabi niya, lagi natin isipin na tayo mga boss sa mga politiko na ito. Kaya, dapat kayo ang masusunod. Huwag kayo magpa-kuha sa kanila. O magandang umaga, Neng, kapatid ko. Good morning. Si Daddy Lo, musta? So, sabi ng problema po ng bansa sa tingin ko napapatakbo ng mga oligarko. Ay, siyempre si Enrique Rason magpapatakbo niyan.
CC will
Pinakamayaman.
not let go of a trophy. Because they're already
So that's what he is
discredited with the
talaga.
entire world. No? US doesn't care about them. Russia,
Israel.
China, Israel. Even,
Tayo lang ang nagbigay ng presidente natin.
tayo lang ang ganon. No? Mostly puro mga African despots ang di ba, ang na-hail sa ICC. No?
Yes.
This is the first Asian, no, with enough international stature to be there. No? Tayo lang yun.
How do you think the change in Defense Council is playing out? Does this affect anything? Does
The
this affect
ICC.
even our politics here?
I don't think. I really wouldn't know. No?
Although he is known, no? Si Peter
Yeah,
Haynes.
magaling din naman.
May mga
May napakwit siya, si Bemba of Congo.
yes, exactly.
Congo.
May acquittal siya under his belt. So this is the portion of our program where we're supposed to be asking tough questions as if the previous ones weren't. What is your fearless forecast on Senator Bato? Will he be arrested? And you mentioned earlier on, you think that he will be delivered to the ICC?
I think the Senate will hold him until a local court gives
Issues,
a regular warrant of arrest, which the Senate will then have to honor.
Yes. Well, if there are many legal implications on that one. Attorney, Ma'am Relly.
Senator Trillanes said that he sees at least 5 senators who will not give their yes votes to VP Sara. Who do you think these senators would be?
5 who will not convict, who will...
Yeah, but
Who will not acquit.
actually more than 5, eh, pero these are like from the majority, perhaps, no?
Ano yung sinasabi niya? 5 who will acquit or convict?
Acquit. Yeah.
Who will acquit?
Five lang daw.
Who
5
will,
lang.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's well, of course, they're looking at the yellows or the pinks, which is Senator Risa, Senator Kiko, possibly Senator Bam Aquino. I'm not too sure about Senator Bam Aquino. Probably the Tulfos.
May nakikita po ba kayo dito sa majority ngayon who you think could also be on the side naman na babaliktad naman sila during the impeachment?
Yeah.
Dito sa
Tingin niyo
majority.
may baliktaran dito.
Oo, yung baliktaran.
Even among the majority, I would think that they will weigh the evidence, no? And as far as I see, and I agree here with Toby Chanco and Egay Erice, the only thing that the Committee on Justice came out that is relatively questionable on the part of VP Sara is the 5 or 4 years SAL-N without cash on hand and in tax. No? That may be a bit questionable. But almost all the evidence that has been brought up before the Committee on Justice are so easy for and it's not earlier you were talking about the 11 prosecutors of the House. Well, the defense panel is composed of also big name lawyers, no? Sig Fortun, no? And
Yes.
the Narvasa, no? Salazar. It's not, they're not, and
May
of
no
course,
pushovers, yes.
yeah, of course, the as I hear it, the House will also have some private prosecutors, no?
Themselves, yes.
Themselves,
They'll be
and
hiring,
some of these are from the famous The Firm.
You know the firm, right?
Oh, yeah,
You're very
of course,
familiar with them.
of course.
Did you ever see the Marcos administration holding to account any people behind flood
May
control?
mangyayari ho ba
May
dito sa
napansin
flood
ba kayo?
control na to?
Because
Oo.
personally, alam ko, yung first six cases have not seen the light of a courtroom.
Yeah, the case, for instance, that was filed or is going to be filed against former Speaker Martin Romualdez, from many of the lawyers that I have consulted, they say it's very weak.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be very difficult to pin him down. No?
So, but why bother?
Well, optics.
Perspective
kunwari,
na talagang
magkaaway
na lang.
sila.
I mean, perception na lang talaga. How about sila Senator Chispo? Sila Senator
Hindi sila
Villanueva?
manalo kay Bong Revilla.
Again, this would
Jingo.
depend.
Pagkakanya na lang tayo, wala nang ibang kwenta, pinag-usapan lang iba. So, magandang umaga po sa lahat. Ulitin ko lang, i-wrap up ko lang na ang sabi ng galing ito mismo, nag-meeting ang grupo nila ni Enrique Razon, kasama si Tito Soto, kasama mga grupo ng congressmen, mga BBM na mga politiko. Nag-meeting po sila sa Soler. Ang balak nila, papalitan nila ang ating konstitusyon na kung saan ay gagawin nila na 54 ang senator o di kaya 36 per region. Pagkatapos pahabain, palawagin ng 3 taon ang term ni BBM at saka ng term ng mga senador tsaka congressmen. So para papayag ang congressman at senador ay pahabain. Ganun ang term ang gagawin na. So ladies and gentlemen, magbabantay-bantay tayo. At marami pang gagawin. At nangyari lamang po, it's a gift from God. It's a divine providence na napalitan at bigla nakasulpot si Bato para iboto na tanggalin si Soto sa pagka-Senate President. So kung natanggalin si Soto sa Senate President, mahihirapan na sila ngayon na kumbinsihin ang mga senador na sumali sa CONAS. Kasi kailangan ang pagpayag ng senador na sasali sa Constituent Assembly ang mga senador para mapapalitan nila ang Constitution. Tingnan nyo, napakasama ng mga utak nila sa Super Mario. Ben Reclamador, nasabihan ka tuloy na bubuka kung ano naman pinagsasabi mo. Tapos your side, Diyos ko po, nakakatakot ang plano nila. Kaya salamat, ang hero natin dito si Bato. Kung hindi dahil kay Bato, malamang naagaw na ito. Wala na, term extended na sila lahat. So maraming salamat po. Attorney Bumbit, magandang umaga po. Maraming salamat sa lahat.